With Halloween just around the corner, enjoy this short list of traditional monsters. If you are unsure of a Halloween costume this year, here is your guide. 1. Oni Japanese. Depictions of Oni vary widely, but they are usually portrayed as hideous, gigantic creatures with sharp claws, wild hair, and two long horns growing from their heads. Their fierce appearance is only enhanced by the tiger loincloths they tend to wear and the iron club they favor. There is also a very obvious similarity here to devils in Judeo-Christian tradition. 2. Ogre French. An ogre is a large, mean and hideous humanoid monster. Ogres are often depicted in fairy tales and folklore as feeding on human beings, and have appeared in many classic works of literature. Ogres are often portrayed with a large head, abundant hair and beard, a huge belly, and a strong body. 3. Vampire Slavic. Vampires are mythological or folkloric beings that are renowned for subsisting on human blood or life force, but in some cases may prey on animals. Although vampires have different characteristics depending on which lore one reads, in most cases, they are described as reanimated corpses who feed by draining and consuming the blood of living beings. 4. Mummy Egyptian. A mummy is a corpse whose skin and dried flesh have been preserved by either intentional or accidental exposure to chemicals, extreme cold, very low humidity, or lack of air. There are popular tales, largely told, of curses which are associated with the violation of the tombs of mummified corpses or of the mummies themselves. These tales of curses eventually lead to the modern fictional view of walking mummies. 5. Werewolf Germanic. Werewolves are mythological or folkloric people with the ability to shapeshift into a wolf or wolf-like creature, either purposely by magic, or after being placed under a curse. The medieval chronicler Gervas of Tilbury associated the transformation with the appearance of the full moon. However, there is evidence that the association existed among the ancient Greeks, appearing in the writings of Petronius. 6. Goblin Anglo-Saxon. The goblin is an evil, crabby, or mischievous creature of folklore, often described as a grotesquely disfigured or gnome-like phantom. Goblins may range in height from that of a dwarf to that of a human. They are attributed with various, sometimes conflicting, abilities, temperaments and appearances depending on the story and country of origin. In some cases, goblins have been classified as a constant annoying little creature somewhat related to the Celtic brownie. 7. Ghoul Middle Eastern. A ghoul is a monster from ancient Arabian folklore that dwells in the burial grounds and other uninhabited places. In ancient Arabic folklore, ghouls belonged to a diabolic class of jinn, spirits, from whence the genie comes, and were said to be the offspring of Iblis, the Muslim prince of darkness, Satan. 8. Banshee Celtic. According to legend, a banshee wails around a house if someone in the house is about to die. When several banshees appeared at once, it indicated the death of someone great or holy. Banshees are frequently described as dressed in white or gray, and often having long, fair hair which they brush with a silver comb. Other stories portray banshees as dressed in green, red or black with a gray cloak. 9. Gorgon Greek. In Greek mythology, the Gorgon was a vicious female monster with sharp fangs and hair of living, venomous snakes. Gorgons are sometimes depicted as having wings of gold, sprays and claws, and the tusks of boars. According to the myths, seeing the face of a Gorgon turned the viewer to stone. 10. Zombie Latin American. A zombie is a reanimated human body devoid of consciousness. In contemporary versions, these are generally undead corpses. Stories of zombies originated in the Afro-Caribbean spiritual belief system of voodoo. Other more macabre versions of the zombies have become a staple of modern horror fiction, where they are brought back from the dead by supernatural or scientific means, and eat the flesh or brains of the living. They have very limited intelligence, and may not be under anyone's direct control.